No, it's fire. It's fire, bro. But yeah, boys. We got 8 minutes till market opens. Just sit back, relax, see what's going on. A lot of chop for some reason going into the market. Not really any clear direction. We're in a kind of bigger time frame retracement. Very slight downtrend, but we're in a lot of chop right now. So we want to wait for some nice clear direction, and then hopefully we can get some nice plays with the strap. Or if I'm going to buy a 50K account, a 50K Apex account today, do I have to pay for June right now and again 1st of July 24? No, you pay from 30 days from the day you bought. So 30 days from now, or I think it's 30 days from now, or every 24th of July. I think it's every 30 days though. Top of the morning gooner. Okay, Guido. Come on. We got quite a bit of news this week. Oh yeah, let's check out the news we got for today. We did have quite a bit. Okay, we do have. Okay, we have crazy 10 a.m. news today. I don't know if we'll get any trades like crazy, but we do have Powell speaking today as well at 10 a.m. For me, it's 7 a.m. Pacific time, 7 Pacific time, but it's just 10 a.m. Eastern time. We have Powell speaking. We have consumer confidence and the Richmond Manufacturing Index. So we're gonna want to be careful. We're gonna want to be a little bit careful. Full pour Powell. Okay, we have to know what direction we're gonna full pour Audrey first. Can't just say full pour Powell news. You have to say full pour short Powell news or full pour long Powell news. Powell speaks a lot. Yeah, we're gonna have Powell speak a lot this week. Every 30? Yeah, it's gonna be every 30 then. I just close my eyes and press 5. Okay. All right, buddy. But I'm going to send in the chat so y'all have it there if you want to look back. But 10 a.m. news is the only thing we're going to look out for. Other than that, we're vibing. We just need clear direction. Right now, we're just going back and forth in the 200 EMA. Don't really have clear direction quite yet. So we'll see what we get. Did you go the 20th? Yeah, I was there on the 20th. I was with Daryl, I think. Or have you bought the M3? Bro, I don't know yet if I want to get a car. But if I'm going to get one, I'm just debating. I'd have to debate between an M4 or an F90 M5. Those are like the two things I'm like debating between. And I want to get like a good spec too. Like I don't want to get a shitty spec. BMW, yeah. It's just I know if I get the car, I'm not gonna want to keep it stock. I'm gonna want to put like mods on it, whatever, and that's gonna be like a whole different like thing I have to work on now. But I don't know. Just debating it. Good morning, Maj. My little gooner. What's up, Kazi? But yeah, let's see what we get in 2 minutes when market opens, and then we'll see if we get any. We'll see what market does. If there's any setups. If I get Audis, honestly, not honestly, like they're cool and all, but if I were to get one, it'd be like an RS6 or an RS7 or like that's it, or an R8. But other than that, how much do you want to spend? Right now, my budget is like not budget, but how much I want to spend is like it's flexible, but I'm trying to buy like 80, not go too far over like 80, like 75, 80. Go to accounts and my tooth broke and I broke yesterday. Your tooth broke? What's up, Hunter? Hunter, it lets you. Does it let you come into the call of like thing call the stage? I think I like fixed the roles or and whatnot. It should let you like come here on your own. M3 comp. Let's keep you from buying the car, bro. It's just like I don't want to have to deal with like any sort of problems that happen with the car. Like I know if I get a car, I'm gonna probably like that's gonna become a good take up like a good chunk of my day because I'm gonna want to drive it. Obviously, I'm gonna want to like modify it. And I'm gonna start wanting to like build the fucking car garage, but like I want to save that for the future. But I don't know where would it be on the bottom. It should allow you to like it says like move to like stage or something. I don't know. Here, let me just bring you on. Maybe that'll just fix it next time. Yo,
I don't see nothing.
I don't know. It should be on the bottom where like it says like do you see on the bottom where it says leave the stage on the bottom of Discord? When you hover over kind of the call, the stage.
It, it just says disconnect.
On the left of disconnect, you see where it has the three dots and it has like this thing that says leave the stage? Or do you not see that?
Nah.
Bro, what? Here, let me send a screenshot. This is what I'm talking about.
Oh wait, yeah, now I do.
Yeah, on the bottom it says does it say leave the stage?
Yeah.
Okay, there it probably says like move to speaker or like move to stage whenever you're in the audience, and then that'll allow you to like
Okay.
join up. And just join up like whenever
Yeah.
you're on.
Bet
But
I'll start running that.
yeah, W. All right. So we got a nice dumpy a little bit. We are kind of getting it set up, but I don't like how we're like still above the moving average. It's weird. And we did tap the red SMA, so never mind. That's not validated anymore. Let's see if we can get some direction here, breaking above these like highs over here. So might look for a bullish trade. What's up, Saf? Yeah, we got Powell news at 10 a.m., guys. So if you guys are trading, just be careful. This is my advice. Sort. Wait, where? What advice? Pre-market goon sesh. Okay, bro. We already hit it, bro. You missed out. Power mixture some more should be volatile. Yeah, I'm expecting that too. So far, we have a 47-point range. Not that crazy, but maybe we get some nice trend. Right now, we're just back and forth. Hit up a live on TikTok. I'll do it in a sec. Let kind of market chill out a little bit. Nah, we too fruity for TikTok. All right, now we're back to bullish maybe. So we're just going back and forth. See, this is like a time where you don't want to be getting it. Look at the MA line. It's just flat back and forth. This shows us just no direction. See if we can clear these highs right here. Yeah, it's flat. Oh my god, G, come on, bro. Lock in, bro. Lock in. So right now I wanted to clear these highs real quick. Pushing up a little bit. See if we can clear it. And then we'll look for a pullback trade. We might just get like low volatility, honestly, till Powell speaks. I feel like that's my definitely not trading before 10 a.m. If I get a setup, I'm gonna take it, but I honestly don't know. I don't think we'll get one. Just cause we're probably just gonna chop back and forth a little bit till Powell decides to speak. And then maybe get a burst of volatility. Of course, he's our meaning. Of course, he looked at gold. What kind of okay, bro? What have you looked at gold using allocator? I tried it like a I think like a few weeks back, but the way that I use it, like the main way I use it on 30-second time frame, it wasn't performing as well as good. So, yeah, it wasn't that good on gold. But you could test it out. Maybe I didn't test out for too much. I got like uh what's it called? I think like a month's worth of trades, and I just ran through them all and it just didn't look good. But this looks like a valid setup on the 1 minute time frame. This is pre-market, or no, it's market open. But yeah, times are like not aligned for some reason. Pre-market looks like it also had some valid moves as well. But yeah, you gotta like test it and play around with it. Asians, what time is Asian session? I think Asian session is like three is when the market opens, right? After, isn't Asian session like when the market opens, the futures market reopens, or an hour after that or something? Basically, like,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
yeah, 6 p.m. Eastern time. Yeah, that for me that's 3 p.m. All right. If we respect this, I'll be happy to take that. Even though we do have power speaking, I'm still happy to take this. If it aligns with the strategy, it aligns with the strategy. We haven't tapped into the SMA yet, but now we did. And we tapped the red SMA. That invalidates it. So now that we invalidated it, the pullback's too strong. I needed to push back up, break the swing high to show me that price still wants to do an uptrend, and then I'll look for another play again. The main line is almost flat though. It is kind of flat, but it was just barely starting to slope up. And it fit like all the rules, the criteria. How big is the open move? I think it's like 40 points. Like 50 something points. Yeah, honestly, just like we're in a decent amount of chops, so again, we do have Powell at like 20 minutes, so we want to be careful. Okay, we broke the high there again. But just the market environment doesn't look the best. The context doesn't look the best. Okay. Pushing up a little bit. I like how we're pushing up past these highs as well, pretty strong. Kind of breaking that trend, mini downtrend. See, now the SMA is starting to slope up. You see kind of the SMA is holding up as well. Or holding kind of parallel going up. MQ broke 2 candles after. Let me see. Yeah, that's weird. How come NQ has a big gap right here, but MNQ has no gap? Dog, bro. Market makers gotta fix their shit, bro. NQ to 0. The good old NQ to 0 days. That was funny. Or your Rhythmic get disconnected. I'm not using Rhythmic JNX. I'm using the trade of a data. So I'm not sure. No, I use Ninja, but now if you want to use Ninja, you don't have to only use Rhythmic. You can also use Trade of 8 and use that with Ninja, since Trade of 8 and Ninja Trader are now like one company, under one company. They use like the same data feed. You can use the Trade of 8, I think it's called CQG data feed. You can use that with Trade of 8 and Ninja Trader, or you can use the Rhythmic data feed. And then there's also other platforms as well, but because I used to use Trade of 8, and then I realized like I don't really like Trade of 8 that much. I like Ninja Trader, so I switched to Ninja Trader, and I'm like, okay, cool, I can still use it. All right, we tapped in there. If we get this is valid for me now. If we get a green candle, that'll be a good sign for entry there. Green candle close. Damn, okay, some nice reaction. TP, I'm gonna set it at the swing high temporarily just so we have it marked there. But yeah. There we go. I'm in on that. That was valid. Stop loss goes at the lowest point. TP at the... TP is going to go 1-to-1 actually. At 22,328. Alright. See his bad boy rip. Do got Powell speaking today, so we don't want to be in the trade for too long, but rippy, rippy, rippy. Come on. There we go. Smack that shit, baby. Let's go. All right, fam. Give me some W's in the chat real quick. Run it up for me.
Bro, that played out fast.
That was fucking fast, boys. Let's go. Who got in that? Give me a W if you guys got in that. Let's go.
Was that like a minute?
Dude, that was... literally less than a minute because we hit TP before it closed. That was like probably 45 seconds. Oh my God. That was fast. Dude, these trades are fast. This is why I like the 1-to-1s, because they're quick. Like, just in and out fast, dude. I love these. That was good. Banger. I actually got in with 1 con, not 2L on that. Banger, though. At least you took the rules, followed the rules, and took the strat. Yeah, hopefully, let's see. Maybe we can get another squeeze in there. W on vacation. Hey, let's go. I'd love to see that. Maybe we can get another potential trade if we decide to tap in there. What's it called? Before Powell speaks, but I'm going to be a little careful. Just watching the price action as we're getting close to Powell. If we decide to chop up heavy, then we might have to hold off on that. But yeah, we want to be careful. Not get caught up in the mess. Perfect setup. Yeah, that was perfect. That was beautiful. Everything lined up. Right, we start seeing the MA lines kind of move in parallel, not zigzag cross each other like this. And then we're above the 200 EMA. We're starting this uptrend. Broke past these highs. Pulled back into the SMAs. Candle out. Green candle. Done. Just follow the rules. Follow the rules. So for another play again, we're gonna need to see this rippy back down into here, which we're kind of doing, but yeah, we gotta get this pretty soon. So we don't want to be in this when Powell's speaking. Okay, tapped in there. See if we can maybe get a second play. Or not. If it decides to tap the red SMA, that's going to be our invalidation. Yep. Invalidated. No pullback trade. We needed to break the swing high. Done. That's it. Gotta be robotic with this shit, guys. Literally just know the rules in and out, bro. And we're dumping back to the EMA. But then we pick back up. Like, bro, what is this volatility? $10 still Powell, boys. Yeah, if we want to set up, we're going to need this bad boy to rip back up here. For a bearish play, we're going to need to push past this low. That's going to need, like, all that movement. See what it decides to do. Sometimes PA just feels like someone is pressing the buttons and trolling it. Bro, I'm not gonna lie. Loki does feel like that sometimes. Fucking these Wall Street fuckers. Free bat. Okay, we gotta give Audrey like Audrey's like heavy on this freak sesh, bro. W Dax. We were in that. I think we are in that same trade too, Dax. Just got my wisdom teeth pulled, and dog trading while you just got your wisdom teeth pulled is crazy work. W discipline though. How long is probably gonna go on for? I don't think it's a set amount of time. I'm not sure how long exactly, but I think it could be like a little while. But yeah, you see we're dropping volatility right here. This is what I mean. You got to observe kind of the price action. When we approach it, we do drop like volatility usually. We dropped it pretty early. Just snipe him so you could trade earlier. Got hit a trick shot on him. Bro, I don't know why. I've been low-key wanting to like learn how to fucking beat the house in blackjack, bro. I've been like watching too many blackjack videos. Ever since I went to the casino when I was on vacation with like with my homies, we went to the casino, dog. One of our homies played fucking blackjack with a
Casino.
what?
What is a casino?
Casino, bro. Whatever. Screw you.
Bro, it is an S.
Casino. Screw you. S up your fucking ass, bro. Come to Hawaii Garden with me and we'll run that shit up. Dog, I've been like wanting to low key like learn. I swear if I hop on blackjack, I'll make money. Like they just like, I swear it can't be that hard. Just learn how to like do the fucking counting card bullshit and not only play when there's like a two deck like table. Yeah, they are gonna ban you. Play baccarat instead of blackjack, fun too. Gambling's degenerate, bro. We do it every single morning. What are you talking about, bro? We do it every morning. We're D1. We are D1 gamblers.
It's like gambling with an edge, though.
Yes, gambling, but like we're on the opposite side.
Like you got probabilities.
Yeah. I mean, you have probabilities in that in gambling too. It's just in this we're the house. It's like we're the casino, and we just started up a roulette game, and a bunch of fuckers are coming to play and give us money.
Real shit though. Where did you get the Z at? Like, why do you say it with a Z?
Honestly, I have no idea. I think I just like said it with a Z and just I don't know. Dog, it's just easy. It sounds better. Casino sounds stupid. Sounds shit. I gotta like change up the words a little bit, bro. You gotta have your own like special twist to it.
You have a
Lisp, that's a
lisp.
Cathino. Actually, yeah, it does sound like Cathino. All right, we got Powell in 15 seconds. Mike Tyson at the casino. All right, Powell, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, Papa Powell? All right, let's go live on TikTok. Just not say some fucked shit. But see if I can lucky find Powell live speech. Potential trade? Dog, we're not taking no potential trades right now, bruv. We're literally back at the EMA, flatlining, and we just had Powell, Powell 10 a.m. news. I can't find his, live thing, though. I don't think he's, speaking yet. Just full for it, trust. Should be on Forks Factory. Let me see. There's nothing thing yet. He's not live yet. Or he's not speaking yet, maybe. I don't see anything. Did Powell just change his mind? Is he not, testifying anymore? Bro just gave up? You share 2 monitors at once? No, I don't think... No, you can't. Oh, also, my stream quality is a lot lower. I don't know why. Let me increase it. He's slipping in, but nah, he's not locked in, bro. Powell's not locked in. Where can I watch Powell? You can find it on YouTube or the what's it called, Federal Reserve site, but it's not there. It's not live. I can't find it. But I mean, we still got a dub so far today, which is fire. Quick mini dub. If we end up getting shitty price action, we can literally wrap it up there. We don't gotta trade with Papa Pal. But the price action candles, these price action candles after wicks after power insane. Yeah, they are. Just back and forth, dude. Or in TikTok, yeah, Saf. Bro's got 2 years. Yeah, you're one of them.
So is he not speaking?
I'm trying to find it. I don't think he's speaking anywhere. Is live now? Let me see. No, he's not. Let me see. Yeah, I don't see anything yet either. Usually it could be up to 30 minutes. Yeah, it should be on this channel that he sent. It should be here, but Pal spoke 90 minutes ago. All right, buddy. Bro is not from the future. Yeah, usually it could be like 30 minutes later. I've seen times where Powell's like an hour late. Or they start the stream an hour late. So, we'll see what happens. Yeah, bro's not locked. Bro's not locked in and does not give a shit. But, yeah, at least we still got this W. What is this like? Yeah, 15 minutes into market open exactly. But yeah, this is what I need to say. This is what I need to see to get another opportunity. CNBC. We're about to hop on the TV news station. All right, what's the most popular FOMC press conference? It was 2 years ago, 2023. Why is okay? Let me see that.
That the markets have kind of spoken on
Oh,
their
okay.
confidence in the Trump economy. Probably the single simplest metric of that is that the U.S. dollar is down roughly 10%. Okay, this is not a small thing, and it is.
You shouldn't be able to speak for
it has
2 p.m.
caused
Not literally.
Countries around the world to question the primacy of the U.S. dollar going forward.
Dog, why is
This one of the
everyone giving
worst,
like a
market
signal in the
responses,
live
I
chat?
think, to the chaos that we're seeing, the tariffs that are very destructive to international trade, and just everything that the markets are seeing and trying to suffer through.
I don't know how I can make it so you guys hear it on Discord, but I can't. I think TikTok should be able to hear it.
That can't even start thinking about investing with the level of chaos just from the tariff policy alone. Anyway, there's a long set of things we should be talking about, and I'm happy to save some people some time, and let's get to it. Yield back.
Gentleman yields back. I recognize the Chairman of the Task Force on Monetary Policy, Treasury Market Resilience, and Economic Prosperity, Mr. Lucas, for 1 minute for an opening statement.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Today's hearing will allow us to
Show.
evaluate the state of the economy.
I don't know. I don't know. I can show it.
FOMC's policy decisions. It's appropriate to regularly take a step back and assess the central bank's performance and its responsiveness to the economic conditions our constituents face back home. This hearing is particularly timely conversation as the Fed wraps up its 5-year framework review, including a thorough look at the consensus
Mr. Amir, you're
statement,
back.
communication strategy, and other guiding policies that will have a profound effect on the lives of every American. Many of these topics we'll discuss today, we've taken a closer
Time
look
to
at in the
report
Monetary
to
Policy,
Eva.
Treasury
Okay.
Market Resilience, and Economic Prosperity Task Force. I look forward to building on these conversations here. One issue that I think warrants special attention is the binding nature of the SLR and ESLR on the Treasury market intermediation. I'm glad to see the Fed is looking into this tomorrow, and I hope we'll see meaningful action soon.
Yes, valid setup.
Chairman
Just
Powell,
one.
thank
Let
you
me
for
see.
being here. It's critically important that Congress and the central bank have an open dialogue.
Hey, yo,
transparency,
wait,
accountability,
hold up. What? We
honest
just rippy to the
communications are
downside.
pillars of our system's success. I look forward to your testimony.
We
on
can't
the
see
state
piano
of the
30 second
economy.
time. Okay,
Fed's
bet. Let
plans
me
for
know
the
if you can
future.
see it now.
Now
I think
yield
I
back, Mr.
adjusted
Chairman.
it.
Gentleman yields back. I recognize the ranking member of the Task Force on Monetary Policy, Treasury Market Resilience, and Economic Prosperity, Mr. Vargas, for 1 minute for an opening statement.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman and Ranking Member, and thank you, Chairman Powell. both
This
for your years
ES
of
ES had a
service
valid
and for
setup
being
too.
here today. Since 1977, the Fed has been tasked by Congress with its dual mandate goals of achieving
Nice
both
bearish trade right here.
maximum employment and stable prices. Unfortunately, this administration has made accomplishing these goals more difficult.
But yeah, the only one we took
In the
was
Fed's
that
most
NQ
recent
one.
Summary of economic projections, we see a forecast for slower growth, stickier inflation, and rising
5
unemployment,
cons.
all of which point to a
And
potential
look at the charts. W.
stagflation scenario.
Bro, stay on your
Whether
break.
it's the
You're good.
president's indecision on trade policy, his hiring freezes impacting the collection of economic data, his ballooning of the deficit to cut taxes for the wealthy, or his name calling, all of these actions make it tougher for the Fed to do its job. I look forward to your testimony today, Mr. Powell, Chairman Powell, and I yield back with that.
Gentleman yields back. Today we do welcome
All right,
the testimony
guys,
of
we have to
Honorable
wait for
Jerome
Powell to say
Chair of the Board of
good
Governors
morning.
of
When
the
Powell
Federal
says
Reserve
good
System.
morning,
Chairman
that's
Powell,
when
we
we'll
thank
see
you
a
for
nice,
your opportunity with us. You are
nice move on
recognized
the
for
charts.
5 minutes to give an oral presentation of your written testimony. And
He hasn't
without
said good
objection,
morning
your
yet.
written testimony will be made
I don't know how I can
record.
make it so you guys
You're
can
now
hear it in the
recognized for 5
Discord,
minutes.
but TikTok you can hear it probably.
Mike.
Thank you, Chairman Hill, Ranking Member, and other members
All
of the
right.
committee. It's great to be back here today. I appreciate the opportunity to present the Federal Reserve's semi-annual monetary policy report. The Federal Reserve remains squarely focused on achieving our dual mandate goals of maximum employment and stable prices for the benefit of the American people. Despite elevated uncertainty, the economy is in a solid position. The unemployment rate remains low, and the labor market is at or near maximum employment. Inflation has come down a great deal, but has been running somewhat above our 2% longer-run objective. We are attentive to the risks on both sides of our dual mandate. I will review the current economic situation before turning to monetary policy. Incoming data suggests that the economy remains solid. Following growth of 2.5% last year,
Blake, he bought that.
GDP was reported to have edged down in the first quarter, reflecting swings in net exports that were driven by
Nah,
businesses
bro is
bringing in
number
imports
one
and
supporter.
potential tariffs. This
He's the
unusual
representative
swing has
mod of
complicated GDP.
MFFU.
Private domestic final purchases, or PDFP, which excludes net exports, inventory investment, and government spending, grew at a solid 2.5% rate. Within PDFP, growth of consumer spending moderated, while investment in equipment and intangibles rebounded from weakness in the fourth quarter. Surveys of households and businesses, however, report a decline in sentiment in recent months and elevated uncertainty about the economic outlook, largely
Damn, we're
reflecting
still kinda
policy
chopping.
concerns. It remains to be seen how these developments might affect future spending and investment. In the labor market, conditions have remained solid.
Maybe it's to say
Payroll job
something
gains
extreme.
averaged a moderate 224,000 per month in the first 5 months of the year.
Wow, we can
The
glaze for
unemployment
free.
rate at 4.2% in May remains low and has stayed in a narrow range for the past year. Wage growth has continued to moderate while still outpacing inflation. Overall, a wide set of indicators suggests that the conditions in
Yeah,
the
he's
labor
dropping
market
numbers
are
and saying
broadly
shit's
in balance
stable.
and consistent with maximum employment. the labor market is not a source of significant inflationary pressures. The strong labor market conditions in
Wait, I
recent
just
years
realized
have helped
ES is
narrow
trending
long-term
nice to the
disparities in
downside, but
employment
NQ is
and
still
earnings across
flat.
demographic groups.
Kinda.
Inflation has eased significantly from its highs in mid-2022, but remains
Guys,
somewhat
guys,
elevated
we
relative
have
to our
we
10%
have
annual
we have an
goal.
FMT, guys,
Estimates
FMT
based on the Consumer
right
Price Index
here,
and other data
FMT
indicate
to
that
the
total
evolve, guys.
Personal consumption expenditures, or PCE,
FMT,
prices
guys.
rose 2.3% over the 12 months ending in May, and that, excluding the volatile food and energy categories, core PCE prices rose 2.6%. Near-term
Bro, you
measures
can't make
of
fun of
inflation
Amir's
expectations
trading,
have
bro.
moved up over recent months, as reflected in both market and survey-based
I'm sorry,
measures.
Amir. I'm sorry.
Respondents to surveys of consumers, businesses, and professional forecasters
First presented,
point to
printed.
tariffs as the driving factor. Beyond the next year or so, however, most measures of
STD.
longer-term expectations remain consistent
See, I
with
can't
our
say
2%
that.
inflation goal. Our monetary policy actions are guided by our dual mandate to promote maximum employment and
Okay,
stable
let me just
prices
get
for
this
the
like
American
line of trade. Everyone's gonna
people.
think I trade SMTs now.
With the labor market at or near maximum employment and inflation remaining somewhat elevated, the Federal Open Market Committee has maintained the target range for the federal funds rate at 4.25% to 4.5% since the beginning of the year. We've also continued to reduce our holdings of Treasury and agency mortgage-backed securities, and beginning in April, further slowed the pace of this decline to facilitate a smooth transition to ample reserve balances.
I wonder how many people are
We
trying to
continue
trade
determine
based
the
off of
appropriate
what
stance
Powell's
of
saying.
monetary policy based on the incoming data, the evolving outlook, and the balance of risks.
Which
Policy
can see the
changes
load
continue
of
to
data
evolve,
has.
and their
Okay, bro.
effects on the economy remain
Alright.
uncertain. The effects of tariffs will depend, among other things, on the ultimate level. Expectations of that level, and thus of the related economic effects, reached a peak in April and have since declined. Even so, increases in tariffs this year are likely to push up prices and weigh on economic activity. The effects on inflation could be short-lived, reflecting a one-time shift in the price level. It's also possible that the inflationary effects could instead be more persistent. Avoiding that would depend on the size of the tariff effects, on how long it takes for them to pass through fully into prices, and ultimately on keeping longer-term inflation expectations well anchored. Our obligation is to keep longer-term inflation expectations well anchored and to prevent a one-time increase in the price level from becoming an ongoing inflation problem. As we act to meet that obligation, we will balance our maximum employment and price stability mandates, keeping in mind that without price stability, we cannot achieve the long periods of strong labor market conditions that benefit all Americans. For the time being, we are well positioned to wait to learn more about the likely course of the economy before considering any adjustments to our policy stance. To conclude, we understand that our actions affect communities, families, and businesses across the country. Everything we do is in service to our public mission. We at the Fed will do everything we can to achieve our maximum employment and price stability goals. Thank you. I look forward to your questions.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We'll now turn to member questions. I recognize myself for 5 minutes for questions.
And now they're gonna ask
Over
him
the past
questions.
few weeks, our Democratic colleagues have suggested the following. After the initial release of the GDP report, the president is driving the economy into a recession. Chairman Powell, the latest FOMC statement described economic
Getting your
activity
rate
to
drop. I
continue
hope you're doing
to
this
expand
morning.
at a solid
Appreciate it.
pace, and you just reiterated that in your testimony this morning. In your view, is the term recession and the economy growing at a solid pace, are those synonymous with each other?
I would say no.
And you note that the labor market continues strong, the economy's at a standard pace, and you also referenced in your testimony that first quarter GDP initial react was also from front-end loading, as you noted, imports to try to avoid tariff impacts. Also, I looked at the Atlanta Fed GDP Now model, which forecasts GDP growth for the second quarter of this year at nearly 4%.
Is your indicator strategy bullish?
Core GDP forecast
We're
at 2%.
honestly in the
Does that
choppy market right
Atlanta
now. There's
model
like it's
suggest
not
a recession to you?
necessarily saying anything right now.
No, I would
We
say
did have a bullish trade though in the morning though.
So, in looking at your remarks about tariffs today, and then the ones that you made during March and
How far back have you
April,
tested your simple strat you
was
use?
looking
This
back
specific
at,
one I've tested it since the
Fed
beginning of this
study
year
that
or a little
noted
bit
that up
before
until
that.
March,
But
tariffs have already been partially
yeah, that's
passed
pretty
through
much all the
consumer
data I had. It
prices,
was
leading
up
to a
around
contribution
by
of
May.
barely
It was up
10
around like
percentage point
almost
increase in core
60%.
PCE prices. And a Harvard study last week showed that prices have only modestly adjusted since the announcement of tariffs. Finally, the longer-term inflation expectations remain consistent with the 2%
Code for
goal.
Amir.
Governor Waller laid out a pathway that allows for rate cuts provided that average effective tariff rates remain close to 10%, or I assume he means 10% or lower. The labor market remains solid, prices continue to disinflate. So given that data I've outlined, I'm sure data that you're very familiar with, for the economy to avoid persistent inflation, do you concur with Governor Waller that there is a pathway for good news as it relates to the regulatory policies, the tax policies that I've discussed in a world with lower tariff rates?
So first, I wouldn't comment on any other FOMC members' comments one way or the other, but I will say this. I think many paths are possible here, and certainly the one you mentioned is a possible one. We could see inflation come in not as strong as we expect, and if that were the case, that would tend to suggest cutting sooner.
How long is Powell speaking? I'm not sure. He's going on for like pretty long, but maybe another. I have no idea. Could be like 10 minutes. Could be like 30 minutes.
Remain strong, then we would probably be moving.
So your speech was done. Yeah, I don't want to really take anything while he's speaking.
Are possible, and certainly the one you mentioned is one of them.
In February of 2021, you told us in this committee.
Because he says some diabolical shit and just sends our trade the opposite way.
President Biden's proposal for the American Rescue Plan, or sharply increasing federal spending. And, you know, you said it was an issue, but that you would stay in your lane and not comment on it. But here in this year, you have commented on this idea of tariffs being set by the executive branch. So are tariffs in your lane, but a huge fiscal spending by the Biden administration not in your lane? Explain to the committee why you chose to be silent in February of 21, but outspoken this spring.
Sure. So we haven't commented, and it would be inappropriate for us to comment on the policy of tariffs. We don't have a view. It's not our job, and we just wouldn't do that. And just as we wouldn't comment on
setup coming.
reconciliation.
Not yet. We did kind of push up a little bit out of this range, but
what our job is
yeah,
inflation,
still not yet.
keeping inflation under control, and also keeping maximum employment. And when policies have what appear to be short and medium term implications, meaningful implications for that, then they kind of, not the policies themselves, but the inflation becomes our job.
Yeah. You know my views on price stability. I think it's a first among equals in your dual mandate. I've argued for that. I've introduced legislation to make the dual mandate the sole mandate, and we've talked about that before. But I was very curious about your thoughts on former president of the Cleveland Bank, Loretta Mester's quote that I read from last fall. She says, "I think that maximum employment is the maximum level of employment consistent with price stability." In other words, she
1 second time frame
ties that
AroTrades strap the
together,
new
that
meta.
price
Wait, what
stability is
actually?
what
No,
you
let
can
me see.
have more control over rather than
1
all
second
these
time
other
frame.
factors that enter the employment picture, like legislative and executive branch. What's your thought about her quote?
I personally think that's a very reasonable way to think about it.
Thank you very much. I yield back.
Dog,
The
1
gentleman from
second
New
time
York
frame is cooked.
is recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good morning, Mr. Chair, Chair Powell, and thank you.
Bro,
for
they
being
literally
here.
said good morning, Mr. Chair.
Last week, the FOMC
instead of Chairman Powell.
decided to maintain the target range for the federal
That's crazy.
funds
Personally,
rate
if I was
at
Powell, I'm not taking that.
4.25% to 4.5%. While I was not
Seven.
surprised
Okay, bro knows
by the
exactly when
decision to
it
hold
cooked.
rates steady, I was surprised by the committee's revised forecast since March.
What trading platform you use?
which
I
represented
do
a
my
decrease
charting
of
on
0.3%
TradingView, and I do
for
my
GDP,
trades
a
on
similar
NinjaTrader.
increase for core PCE.
Alright, bro. Enough
And
Powell.
allow-
Yep. We're not really even trading based off what he says anyways. But, yeah, only one dub for today. So far, at least. Are you clicking from your phone? That's not what he says, but he says what the chart is about to show at times. Yeah, we are like surprisingly low volatility while Powell's speaking, but I think it might be wraps for me. Don't like how we're stuck in this like mid long zone. We're gonna need some continuation, like strong, and when Powell's not speaking. So don't know how long Powell usually speaks. I think he might speak till probably till the end of our trading window. But anyways, TikTok, we're gonna wrap it up here. We only got one W for today this morning. That's gonna be a one and done type of day. Dude, why is my PC so laggy? At 10:15, or sorry, not 9:15. Quick dub, lasted literally 1 minute, and then that's all we have for today. You know, one and done type of day. But yeah, again, we trade live in the Discord every morning. If you guys are not already in there, go join up, tune into the live streams, chat with the community members, share some ideas, and learn how to trade the right way from people who've actually given the right education. All right, I'll catch y'all later in the PM. Take care, boys. I'll see y'all later. Join up in the Discord if you haven't already. It's in the link in my bio in the link tree. I'll catch y'all in there. All right, peace out, everybody. Stay blessed, y'all. Let's go. All right, now, you want to break the high? Yeah, I wanted to break this high or break this low. Like, I'm not doing anything else until it breaks that. Plain and simple. Any other events going on today? Nothing much. It's just that 10 a.m. That's it. I just noticed how they got Powell playing on the work TV. No way. That's funny. For your coworkers on the game. Powell top take. So free to trade. Yeah, after Powell's done, then it's free to trade. Guys, watch. As soon as I hop off, this shit's about to rocket. Rocket or dump. Either one. As long as they give me an MP5 Car 98, I'll be fine. No, we need the Car 98, bro. We need a sniper. We need snipe. Remember 2 min after and before T1 news, don't trade them if you. Would you get a Supra? Honestly, Supra's like too basic. If I want to get something, I want to go crazy, bro. I want to go crazy. Like, I'll just get a 440 at that point. But nah, I'd actually thing looks nicer. Supra does look nicer. But I'd have to get an M, bro. I'm not getting anything that's not an M. I just don't know what M I want. It's a hard choice. I like the sound and looks a little bit of the M5, but the M4, it sounds okay, but it looks crazy, and I think it'll do really good for like content and whatnot. But like driving and whatnot, POV drives and all that stuff, I think M5 will be nicer, but I have no idea. Thing is, if I get a whip, I want to do like POV drives too, but then like I want to also make more content like education wise. So I don't know. I have to like see what I'm gonna do with it. If they didn't have an M8, would you get? If they didn't have an M8, would you get one instead of F90? Nah, I don't like the M8s. I don't like how they look. I also, they're really small on the inside. You can't fit more than 2 people. It's really uncomfortable. I like the look of the M5 better. It's like looks a lot cleaner. It's sleek. It's like only thing is how it looks like a boat. Would you get 6-speed M4? Honestly, I don't know. People say the 6-speed is crazy, and It's really fun, but I don't know. If I feel like if I were to get a 6-speed, I'd get like an older car, like a E92, but I don't want to get a project car like that just yet. Don't remember the chassis, but the older from the G80 M4, no. Oh, the F80, you mean? E60. E60 is fire. E60 M5. Those sound nice. But yeah, that's gonna be a whole project car money pit. Like I gotta be ready for that if I want to do that. But personally, I ain't trying to have a project car right now. Maybe in the future. Ain't it mind if you change the bearings every month? But yeah, I don't know. I have to see which one I want and like what's the situation on that. Cause I also if I'm gonna get a car, I want it like the spec that I want. I want to go fucking crazy with it, crazy, like buckets. I honestly I've been in the buckets once, but like I want to get like a race car looking car, so like orange guts, bro. Yeah, man, get a 535 diesel. Okay. I also really like the F80s look too, the M3 F80, but I don't know if they're kind of honestly like they're getting kind of old. They're becoming like not historical, but kind of outdated. Like the front of the G82. I mean, the front of the G82 is, yeah, I like it. No trade days are making. Okay. Bro's gonna have to scratch that itch, huh? M57? What's an M57? Oh, it's the engine on the fucking 535. Bro, why you like this diesel M57 engine, bro? More than the F82? Honestly, bro, when I think of BMW, I think of like F82 and F80 like as the original like BMW. Not original, but like the like classic BMW. But it's just the G82. I really like the interior of the new G80 and G82. Exterior wise, I like the F82. It looks like a pretty car, but G82 is more aggressive looking. Interior wise, G82 Mogs, F82. Yeah, but they're both beautiful. So I don't know. I have to figure that out. But all right, Discord. We're gonna have to wrap things up here. I will catch y'all on the PM sesh. Hopefully y'all caught that dub too. If you did catch it, let me know in the profit and loss. Let me see those trades y'all took. And then I'll catch y'all tomorrow morning, 9:20 a.m. or in the PM sesh live stream on TikTok around 3:30 p.m. Eastern time. I'll see y'all in there. Peace out, everybody. Stay blessed, y'all. Let's get this shit going. Take care, guys.
Take care, Discord.
Take care. Screw you. All right, YouTube, we're going to wrap it up here, too. Let me see something. All right, YouTube. Peace out, everybody. Stay blessed, y'all. Let's go. Keep grinding. Come on.